Hi, I'm Raya.
And I'm Brandon.
And you're watching
More Love with R&B.
Yeah. And today we have a serious topic.
Yeah.
That we want to talk about. If you saw the title of this video, you know how serious it is. So basically, you have cheated and you want to know what to do next. And so, unfortunately, infidelity is a big contributing factor to divorce. And unfortunately, it is extremely common in marriages, especially as of late. But what we want to say is that there is hope. It doesn't have to mean divorce. And most people think that the minute you cheat, the marriage is over.
Right.
It doesn't have to be. And so we want to give you, if you clicked on here because you're like, oh my goodness, I've cheated and I don't know what to do. I actually want to save my marriage. And this video is for those who want to save their marriage.
That have cheated.
Yeah. So first we want to say thank you for clicking on this video.
Yes.
We are so proud of you for wanting to right your wrongs and save your marriage. We want to just give you some tips on what you can do in order to save your marriage. And this is not just stuff that we just randomly came up with. These are tips that we have gleaned and heard from people that we know that have experienced infidelity in their marriage. These are also tips and things that we have helped people that we know and walked through infidelity in their marriage, and they made it to the other side. So these are actually things that could work.
Yes, and they're good. And they're happy and healthy and all those things.
Yeah. So if this is you, grab a pen, get comfortable, get ready to learn. The first tip that we want to give to you is confess. Please do not let your spouse find out from someone else or looking through the laundry or, by mistake, clicking on your phone or whatever the case may be, and finding themselves that you have been unfaithful. It's so important that you come to them before they find out at all. They might have an inkling.
Right.
If they love you, they might already feel like something is wrong. But the best thing you can do in order to save your marriage is to say, I love you and I need to tell you something. I have been unfaithful to you and I don't want you to find out from any other means. And I want to save our marriage.
And I'm sorry.
You definitely have to apologize. Right. But it's so important that you be the one to confess and that you are the one that breaks the news to them.
So the next thing that we want to share with you guys is you need to cut all ties. You need to cut all the ties. If you were having an affair, you need to remove every picture, every video, block people. You need to also just consider the reality that this is no longer a relationship you are to have for the rest of your life. It's that simple. Now I know that there are nuances that people say, oh, well, I actually cheated with this person. I get it, but do you want to save your marriage?
Facts.
So you kind of got to make the sacrifice that you didn't make before, now. And you have to put those barriers because in your marriage, you said, if you had traditional vows, that I'm going to put you first and seek you over all others.
Yep, forsake all else.
Forsake all others. I'm sorry. Forsake all others and cleave only to you.
Absolutely.
So it don't matter who the person is. You got to figure it out. But it would behoove you to sever all ties to that person.
Absolutely. I 100% agree. And the next tip that we would give you is to be completely honest with your spouse. There's going to be questions. There's going to be conversations. You have to be honest with your spouse. If she or he asks how many times, where was it in this house, when, When did this happen? How long? Do you still love me? Why would you do this? Did I do anything? Whatever questions they ask, you've got to answer the questions truthfully, because this is going to be a long process.
Yeah.
And if anything comes out later that shows that you are not being honest, because you've already lost their trust. And as you're trying to grow, if they found out later that you lied or weren't completely honest about the questions they asked, it's going to make the healing process that much more harder or probably impossible.
Agreed.
So be honest.
Agreed. So the next thing we want to share with you guys is to find and start going to counseling. It is extremely important that, especially if you are the one who was unfaithful, that you be the one to do the looking and the setting up. Do not leave it up to your spouse. Well, hey, I think we should go to counseling. Can you find us? No. No. This is it's like you said, it's going to be a long road. Part of what that long road is going to look like as you try to regain trust and reestablish a relationship that resembles a team and oneness, is I'm going to step out and I'm like, hey, I found us 3 counselors that we can do, video calls with and try to see who fits us best. Like, show them that you are serious about reconciling.
Absolutely.
You can always look into marriage community as well. If you have friends or family or people that are married that you know and trust, that you and your spouse both trust, then you can also share it with them. But just be careful with who you share it with.
Absolutely.
But if you have people that you can trust that can help you walk through that also might be an avenue. But make sure you definitely confirm whatever you do. Talk to your spouse first. Don't just go out doing stuff. Be like, hey, this is what I think we should do. These are the people I think we should talk to, and then make sure that y'all are in agreement with that.
Absolutely. And we have so many tips. So if all of this doesn't, satisfy the need of what you're going through, then definitely hit us up. We have a lot more tips, but we're trying to keep this video concise. But the last tip that we would give you is to be patient and be willing to provide space if needed.
Yeah.
This is a big blow. This is huge. And your spouse may need a minute. And in your mind, you are like, no, I want to work on this marriage so you can't leave. I want to work on this marriage so I won't leave. I want to work on this marriage, and so we're going to talk every day, all day long. And you kind of become overbearing.
Right.
Understandably, because you want to fix the marriage. But sometimes, especially in the beginning, space is kind of needed. Yeah. If you want your spouse to go through the journey of reconciling with you, you've got to create a little bit of space for them to wrap their mind around what has happened and what even they might need in order to be able to move forward. So be okay with creating the space and be okay with being patient with this process.
Agreed. So we hope this video was helpful. If you did, please hit the like button. It definitely helps the channel, and please consider subscribing and all the things, hit the bell, all the things. But we're here with you. We're supporting you. Please leave in the comments any comments that you want, questions, and we will definitely get to those.
Absolutely. And if you happen to be the spouse that was cheated on, stay tuned. We have a video for you.
Yes, we do. Thanks for watching, guys.
Bye.